started. Time to center ourselves. Sitting comfortably, close your eyes. Take a few minutes to simply observe the body, the state of the mind, and the breathing, allowing all of them to settle down a bit, including everything in your awareness to bring that activeness, that lightness. We'll stay in silence for the next 2 minutes. Turn your attention inwards and try to keep it there with the body, the mind, the breathing, any emotions, whatever the state right now. Observe the effects of your breathing on the body and mind, both with the inhalation and exhalation. Now, knowing that all your yoga practices help in opening up, releasing any knots, stress and tension in the body, keeping us healthier, making us more active and light. Set an intention to practice with full awareness, enthusiasm. Set an intention to enjoy whatever you do on the mat today. Bringing the palms together in a namaste. Let us chant the 3 Omkaras, chanting as you exhale. So exhale completely now and take a nice, relaxed, full breath in. Now rub your palms. Cup your eyes. And slowly blink your eyes open, looking into your palms as you move your palms away. Namaste again. Let's begin. I think there's someone else today. Let's see who that is. Okay. Let's start in Balasana today and see how the practice moves from there. So come to tabletop. Open the knees out wide, keeping the toes touching each other on the mat. Sit back on your heels. Look to the front of the mat. Gently walk your palms forward, lengthening the spine. Allow the belly to settle between the thighs. Allow the chest to go closer to the floor. And drop your forehead or your chin on the mat. Stay there. Observe how all the different parts are feeling. If something is not feeling comfortable, see how you can adjust. Maybe you can raise up and bring the knees a little closer. See if you can stay light in all the different parts. Stay with your relaxed breathing. For 3, 2, 1. Now gently pressing into your palms, slowly come back to the tabletop. Bring your knees closer. Keep them hip width apart. Bring your palms, your wrists right underneath the shoulders. Coming back to a tabletop. Let's do a few cat and cow movements. Breathing in, looking up. Breathing out, trying to look at your belly button. Continue. Keep the spine free so that it can move along with the head movement. Moving at the same pace as you're breathing, enjoying whatever you're doing, enjoying the flow of breath. One last round. And now come back to a neutral position. Turn your palms backwards so that the fingers are pointing towards the knees. Let's do a bit of a stretch for the wrist. So your palms are turned backward and you slowly move your hips back and come forward. So notice the stretch you're getting on the front of the wrist. So gently, how much ever you can. It's quite deep stretch for the front of the wrist. So your fingers are pointing towards the knees and you just move the body back and forth a little. No, you're right. Yes, Ram Prasad. Just going back and forth. One last time. If it's already intense, just stay there. Otherwise, try to move your shoulders back a little bit and move forward. And now release your palms. Now you will turn your palms upward. So you keep them this way, facing up towards you. Just for a short while, different movements. And from here, see if you can make a fist and open. You may not be able to make a full fist. The fingers are pointing each other. The palms are facing upward. Try to bend your fingers, open them. Yes. And slowly release. You can just sit back in Vajrasana. Observe the sensations in the wrist, in the palms, fingers. And then coming back to tabletop. Your knees slightly apart. Sit back on your heels. We'll go into the cobra. So looking to the front, lengthen, inch your fingers forward, creating that nice length in your spine. And as you breathe in, come forward, look up, drop your hips down. As you breathe out, go back to your Balasana, child's pose, taking your head to the floor. 4 more rounds, moving with your breath. See if you can stay active in every part. Enjoying the stretches, moving as light and easy as you can. If your hips don't go down fully, it's okay. Wherever you stop, go as far as you can. Gently press into the fingers, the knuckles, so that the load is not only on the wrist. Now this time, when you come back, come to Cobra and tuck your toes and go into a mountain from here. Stay in your mountain for a bit. Again, press into the fingers also, the whole of the palm. And gently push your hips up higher. Bend one knee. The toes are where they are. You're not moving the toes. Just bend one knee. Push the other heel to the mat. Stay with your relaxed breathing. And slowly place your knees down. Stretch your toes out. Sit back in a Vajrasana. Take a moment here. Roll the shoulders up, back and down. Interlock your fingers at the back. We'll go up and down with the breath. So breathe in, you can look up. As you breathe out, come forward to bring your forehead down to the mat, allowing the hands to go up. Breathe in, come back up. 2 more rounds. Breathe out. See how much you can allow the chest and the shoulders to open. One last round. And coming back up, you can release your arms. Take a few moments. And now tuck your toes and sit back on your heels. with the toes tucked in. Now with your fingers on the mat, you can slowly raise your knees, see if you can balance there. If you can, taking the hands off the floor. Bring that activeness in the upper body. Engage your core and gently come up from there to a standing position. And come to the top of your mat. Let's move to our Surya Namaskaras. Find your samasthiti. Is the body, is your breathing feeling stable, relaxed? Let's go with the Ashtanga type B Surya Namaskara. Actively moving the body. And try to remember, today we set the intention to enjoy what we do. So even if you're not pushing the body too hard, which is not necessary usually, try to enjoy. Go as far as you're comfortable and your body will open up a little more. Now physically, mentally, preparing for the practice, standing tall, chest open, palms facing the thighs. Exhale completely here. Breathing in, raise your arms from the sides into chair pose, Utkatasana. Look up towards your palms. Breathing out, hands from the sides touching the floor. And then try to straighten the knee. Look down. Look towards the knees. Full forward fold. Breathing in, slide your palms up the shins. Look to the front of the room. Half forward fold. Lengthening the spine. Breathing out now. Bend to place your fingertips on the mat. Take both the legs back into a plank. Shift the shoulders right above the wrist. You can go down into a half push-up directly, otherwise Ashtanga. Breathe in, knees down. Breathe out, chest and chin down. Breathing in to Bhujangasana. And if you're comfortable, lifting even the knees off the mat as you look up, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Breathing out into downward dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Take a few moments here. Observe your breathing. Steady yourself here. We move to Virabhadrasana 1 from here. So if you need to, bend your knees, place them on the mat. Otherwise, directly bring the right foot forward between your palms. Now the left knee is not going to touch the floor. You will only place the heel down. Placing the heel down on the mat sideways. Your foot will be sideways. Raising the arms up from the side. Keep the front knee bent. Virabhadrasana. Feel active. Feel the power of a warrior. 3. Can you stay with your relaxed breathing? 2. 1. As you breathe out, palms come back to the floor. Take the leg back into a plank. Continue either Ashtanga or the half push-up, Chaturanga Dandasana. And from there to Bhujangasana or upward dog. Breathing out into the downward dog. Adjust the position of your feet. If you want to take a step forward, that's okay. Stay here for a bit. Steady yourself. And we move to Virabhadrasana on the other side. So this time, left foot coming forward. Place the right heel down. The back foot is flat on the mat. Keep the front knee bent as you breathe and raise the arms up from the side, looking to the front of the room. Steady yourself here. If it's too intense somewhere, make it a little easier. Maybe you can straighten the knee a bit. If your arms are tired, you can hold them in a namaste. But find the joy in what you're doing, what pose you're holding. 2 and 1. Slowly taking your palms back to the mat. Take the left foot back. Again from the plank, either the half push-up or the Ashtanga Namaskara, Cobra or upward facing dog, downward facing dog. You will stay here for a bit to see what adjustments you need to make to stay here. Allow the chest and head to go inward. Allow the hips to go upward. Relaxed breathing. 3, 2, 1. Now looking between your palms, you can even place the knees down, step one foot and the other, bringing both legs to the front, palms on the shin, looking to the front, half forward fold. Breathing out into a full forward fold. Looking towards your knees. Now from here only you'll just take the hips back and raise the hands from the sides into a chair. So as you breathe in, just lower the hips, raise the arms going into the chair. Breathe out here. Breathing in, straighten up. Breathe out, hands come down from the side. Now take a few moments here. Observe how you're feeling. This style of Surya Namaskara is a little more intense compared to the regular one. So check if the body is coming back to Samasthiti easily. If not, give it some more time. We'll go with one more round. If this felt intense, you can even go with the regular Surya Namaskara that we usually do. If not, you can follow my cues and go with this one. Remember, before you start, physically, mentally, feeling active, ready to move the body, knowing that you're strengthening, releasing any tightness. So prepare in your Samasthiti, breathe out completely. Breathing into chair pose, hands coming up from the sides. Looking up, breathing out. From there only just lower your arms, drop your head and then try to straighten the knees. Allow the hips to go up. It's okay if you take an extra breath in each pose. Breathing in, slide your palms to the shins, look to the front. Ardha Uttanasana. Breathing out into plank, Santulanasana. Shift the shoulders to come right above the wrist. Keep your hips right in the middle. Ashtanga Namaskara or going into a half push-up, Chaturanga Dandasana. Breathing in to Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward facing dog where your knees and thighs are not on the floor, or the Bhujangasana where your hips also might still be on the mat. Whatever works for you. Breathing out, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here, stabilize, feeling steady with the breathing, with the body. As you inhale, looking to the front, stepping the right foot forward, left heel down into Virabhadrasana. You can take a moment here and the next inhalation also, raise your arms up. Active in every part of the body, the back foot, the front leg, the arms, the torso. Relaxed breathing. And as you breathe out next, take your hands back to the mat, step back into plank. Continue the vinyasa, the flow between plank, Ashtanga, upward dog, downward dog. This sequence repeats between the Virabhadrasanas. So once you reach your downward dog, take a couple of breaths. Adjust the position of your feet if needed. When the breathing is relaxed, you step your left foot forward. Place the right heel down. Keep the front knee bent. Raise the arms up. Come up to Virabhadrasana 1. Active in every part. Staying as light as you can. No clenching anywhere. Steady the breath. And as you breathe out, take your palms back to the mat. Going into your plank, push up or Ashtanga, upward dog, downward dog, and stay there. Find your stability here. Steady the breath. Now we'll go into a half forward fold from here. Looking to the front, step the feet forward one by one. Place your palms on the shins, look to the front of the room. Breathing out into a full forward fold. Breathing into the chair pose. Lower the hips backward, downward. Raise the arms, look up. Breathe out here. As you breathe in, straighten up. Breathing out, hands down from the side. And relax. Take your time here. Observe all the inner body sensations. The faster circulation after doing any continuous flow like a Surya Namaskara works a little more on releasing any tightness, blockages. Improving blood circulation to all parts, bringing a free flow of energy. Take your time to come back to Samasthiti. When you're feeling light and easy, you can prepare for Vrikshasana. So come back to standing in an active Samasthiti. Just a moment. Time for a balancing posture. So prepare again physically, mentally to stay light and easy. Make sure your shoulders are open. You're standing tall. Check the weight on both the feet. Are they even? Is the body balanced between both the feet? And now shift all the weight to the left leg. So you can bring that lightness in the right leg. But stay active. Lift the leg up. Open it out. Bring the sole of the foot to the inner thigh. Now see if the heel is coming above the knee or below the knee. Try not to place the heel against the knee. Use your hand for support, but when you release the hand also, try not to push that leg fully in. Stay active in this knee, these thighs. Just a light touch between the thigh and the foot. And see what position works for your hands. If you want to keep them open, that's fine. If you're comfortable raising them into a namaste, or even just a namaste in front of the chest is also fine. Different ways you can take the Vrikshasana deeper. So you stay here. If you need to fix your gaze. Otherwise, can you remain aware of your body and how you're holding it? And even try moving your gaze around. That will give a little extra challenge for the posture. Can you stay with your relaxed breathing? For 4. Feel active in the standing leg, the bent leg. 2. Right to the fingertips. And 1. Slowly coming out of the posture. Even if you have one toe touching and you work on removing that dependence from the floor, that is also your Vrikshasana today, or it could be here. So see what works. Now come back to your Samasthiti. Let the weight be even on both the feet. When you're feeling stable, relaxed again, you can go ahead on the other side. So shift all the weight to the other foot. Actively lifting, opening the leg out. Even without using your hands, see how far your leg reaches. That gives you an idea of how much strength you're using in the leg. After that, you can still use your hand. So find the position where it's comfortable. Fix your gaze. That helps maintain balance. Try to keep that contact light. Initially, if you're not able to balance, there might be more pressure. Give it some time, but then after that, don't think too much about it. Just go back to finding your balance. As you become more balanced, you can work on even bringing that lightness. So find the hand position that works for you. And if by joining the palms, you feel that your ears are getting crunched, it's okay to keep the arms even open or the elbows bent. With the relaxed breathing, look at some point if you need to, some mark, or even just the texture of a blank wall can work. Looking at something as if you're seeing it for the first time. 4. Feeling tall in every muscle, as if every muscle is light, expanded. 3. 2. And 1. Releasing. Take a moment. Take a few more moments if needed to come back to Samasthiti. Check your weight on both the feet. Remain aware of the whole body. Now we'll do one more standing asana only to just stretch out the body. The Parsvottanasana, standing in your Samasthiti. Lift the right foot, take it back. We go into a forward fold, leaning towards the left foot. So breathing in, raise your arms, lengthen. You don't need to keep the feet very wide apart for this one. If they're too wide also, you can bring it a little closer. And as you breathe out, hinging from the hips, keep looking to the front till you go halfway. So that way you will lengthen the spine and then drop your palms down. Try to take your head towards the knee. If it feels very intense, you can keep the front knee bent initially. And dropping your head to the forehead to the knee. If the knee is bent, then you can work on straightening the knee. Stay there, relaxed. Can you stay active in all parts? The back leg, the front leg, even all the muscles in the torso. Not allowing all the weight to be on the front leg. Active in the hips. Three, two, and also remember, try not to overextend the knee where you lock the leg in place. There is still scope for the knee to move, but you're just keeping it straight. Now, while coming up, if you want, you can bend the knee if that makes it easier. As you breathe in, raising your arms to the front, coming up gently. Bring the arms down, step the foot forward. Stay there, coming back to Samasthiti. And when you're ready, you explore on the other side. This time taking the left leg back. Find your stability. If you feel unbalanced when you fold forward, the back leg, instead of being right behind this, can be a little more outward. That will give you the balance to bend forward. So take the left leg back this time. Breathing in, raise your arms up. Breathing out, come halfway, looking to the front. Find your stability and then drop forward. Place your fingertips. It's okay if the knee is bent. Slowly you work on straightening the knee. Allow the forehead to go towards the knee. Stay active in the back leg, the hips. Active in the arms and the upper body. Four. Three. Two. Now, as you come up, if raising the hands from the front feels more challenging, you can even raise them from the side. As you breathe in next, slowly coming up, bringing your hands down, stepping the foot forward. Take a few moments. You can come to a seated position in Dandasana. And directly come to a lying down position. We'll do a few more stretches lying down today. So lie down on your back. We'll start with the bridge pose, an active back bend. So bend your knees. Bring the heels as close as you can to the buttocks. Keep the feet around hip width apart. Now make sure your shoulder blades are together. So that way the the load will fall on the shoulders and not on the neck. So bring your shoulder blades together on your back, adjust to keep the chest open, your chin slightly tucked in as if you're looking towards the knees. Now your palms are facing down, your hands are by the side of the body. Active in the legs, start lifting the hips, active in the hips, active in the middle back, upper back, raising the hips and chest as much as you can. And even once you raise, you can see and adjust the shoulders so that the load is on the shoulders, it doesn't move to the neck. Now stay here. Every time you breathe in, feel that there is an upward energy keeping you active in this pose. 4, 3, 2. Try to stay light in every part. And slowly bring the chest down, bring the hips down. You can stretch your legs out, take a few moments. Now bend your knees. Bring your knees to the chest, gently hugging the knees. You can move the knees forward and back a little bit. And then hugging the knees, roll on your back side to side. We'll go into a happy baby. So bring your knees to the center. Open your knees out wide. Your feet are still together. Open the knees out. Take your hands from in between the legs and hold the outer edge of the foot with the palm of each hand. And slowly open the feet out. Allow the soles to point up towards the ceiling. Yeah, you're holding the outer edge and opening the feet. Your knees are bent. You're not trying to straighten the knees. In fact, you're trying to keep the thighs and the shins perpendicular. The soles of the feet are pointing upward. Now slowly relax the shoulders. You can roll even with your Ananda Balasana. You can roll side to side. And then come back to the center. And slowly try to bring the knees closer to the floor. So see if you can keep the ankles right above the knees. Vertically, they are stacked on top of each other. You might feel some shaking in the legs, which is okay. You are strengthening the muscles. Try not to clench though. Relax the shoulders, relax the lower back. Relax your breathing. Enjoying the hip opener. Being okay with whatever is happening. For 4. If it's too intense, you can bring your feet closer together. 3. 2. Yeah, check that your knees are bent. You're not straightening the knees. And 1. Now slowly bring the feet together. Bring the knees together. Release your hands. We'll go into a twist from here. Open your arms out at shoulder level on the floor. As you breathe out, drop your legs to one side. Turn your head in the opposite direction, going into a twist, our final posture. Close your eyes. Stay light and active. Wherever you feel a tension in the muscles, know that there is some tightness which is getting released there. Try to breathe out into that area. Relaxing the muscles, letting go of any clenching, holding. 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming back to the center. Take a few moments and then go to the other side. Dropping your legs to the other side. Turning your head to look in the opposite direction. Keep your eyes closed and let go. Let go of any clenching, holding. But stay light and easy in the body. You don't even have to let it go feeling heavy. Stay active in every part. Relaxed breathing. 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly come back to the center. Hug your knees once. Roll on your back. Point your feet upward. Just clench and release. Point your palms also upward. Clench and release the fingers and toes. And now slowly place the feet down. Take your hands overhead. Give yourself a full body stretch. Point your toes to the front of the room. Reach your fingers to the back of the room. And slowly bring your hands back. You can pull your toes in once and then release. Keep your feet apart. Allow the feet to fall sideways, flopping to the side. Hands away from the body wherever it's comfortable for you. You can lift your head once as if to look at your feet and slowly roll the neck back. That way you will relax the back of the neck. Time to let go into Shavasana. Make any final adjustments to keep the body as relaxed and easy as possible and then let go. Remain the awareness now of whatever is happening in the body. You are not moving the body. You are not trying to breathe in any certain way. Just keep your awareness on whatever is happening in the different layers, aspects, sheets of your form. Be aware of what's happening with the body, how the body is feeling. Be aware of all the inner body sensations with the blood circulation, the flow of energy. Be aware of any thoughts and mental activity. Be aware that you are just observing. You are the observer. See what part of you is observing. You are all of it. The body, the breath, the mind that are being observed. You are the observing itself. You are the one who is observing. Just be. Simply being without interfering allows the healing to happen at all levels. For just one more minute, remain the observer, the witness, trying not to do anything. Observing the body, the mind, the breath. Can you remain the observer and start moving the body, taking deeper breath, more active breathing. Start moving your fingers, toes, hands and legs. Go ahead and make whatever movements are needed to come back light and active. You can stretch the body, hug your knees, whatever feels good. Take a few moments and then slowly you can turn to your side, come up to a seated position. Sitting back with your eyes closed. Just settle in with your breathing, tuning into the breathing. Can you breathe relaxed and easy all the way into the belly? Can you keep the breathing gentle and subtle? With the feeling that I am just allowing the lungs to expand downward, forward, upward, as effortlessly as possible. Once we settle in with the relaxed breathing, we will practice 5 rounds of Chandra Bhedana, 5 rounds of Surya Bhedana, 5 rounds of Nadi Shodana. So bring your left hand in a Chin Mudra, right hand in the Vishnu Mudra, which is folding the pointing finger, middle finger. Use the thumb and the last 2 fingers to block the nostrils one at a time. If you are familiar with the practice, go ahead on your own. Chandra Bhedana is where we breathe in on the right, breathe out on the left, clearing out the Chandra Nadi, the channel that starts on the left nostril. So you breathe in on the right, breathe out left. Finish 4 more rounds at your own pace with your gentle and easy breathing. If you finish 5 rounds, you can bring your hand down for a breath or two. Remember, the more gentle, effortless you are, the deeper your breath goes, the smoother it flows. And all the energy work happens at the subtle realm only. And after you've taken a break, take your time, no hurry. Feel free to move to Surya Bhedana for 5 rounds, where you breathe in on the left and out through the right. Staying light and subtle, feel that subtle breath flow in and out. See if you can feel it throughout the body. Or through each half of the body when you're breathing in and out. And when you finish the 5 rounds, bring your hand down, take a break for a couple of breaths. And then you can move to 5 rounds of Nadi Shodana. Remember to keep your back straight, the back of your head in line with the back. Try not to lean forward, keep the arms relaxed. Nadi Shodana is where you breathe in on the left, out through the right, in through the right, out through the left. So you're alternating. Every time you breathe in, after that you switch sides. And we always start from the left. Remember, we switch sides only after inhalation. Stay active in the whole body, gentle and subtle with the breathing. Take your time to finish up. Breathing through one nostril at a time, clearing out any flow, blockages in the flow of your breath, the flow of the subtle energy, bringing both halves of the body in a state of balance, both hemispheres of the brain, bringing the mind to a state of stability. Balancing every aspect of this form. And remember, the fifth round, when you exhale on the left, is when you finish the practice and bring your hands down. If your arm feels tired in between also, you can bring it down for a breath. After you exhale on the left, you can bring it down and then go back and finish the remaining round. And if you're done, just be. Even through your day-to-day activities. Whenever you remember, see if you can just be the observer. Just watching whatever is happening with the body, mind, the breath. Bringing mindfulness into every aspect of our day-to-day living. And that is how we take yoga beyond the mat as well. With that thought, let us end our practice, bringing the palms together with gratitude and love in our hearts. Let us wish well for all beings, including ourselves. With the closing prayer, take a nice breath in. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. You can rub your palms nice and vigorously, actively. Move that energy to your eyes. Keep the eyes closed and move it across your face, head, the whole body once. And then bringing your palms back to your eyes. You can slowly blink your eyes open, looking into your palms. Thank you. Take care.